guys, erika.tesla here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about palettes. I wanted to do a combination shop my stash slash fall palettes video for you guys, talking about palettes that I think are really great for the fall. So hopefully you find this video helpful, inspiring. Maybe it'll encourage you to shop your stash. There's so many new makeup releases that are coming out, and while it's fun to do window shopping and put new things in the cart, sometimes it's just not financially feasible to buy everything that comes out. And I have a pretty extensive makeup collection as a makeup lover that I'm really trying to spend some more time with. So I wanted to put this video out to inspire myself and hopefully you guys as well. So let's get into it. The first palette that I want to talk about is actually the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. And this is a 35 pan palette, and look at all of these gorgeous colors that you get. And I love this color story so much. You can get this online on the Ulta website. And I've really enjoyed the looks that I have created with this. The mattes perform really well. I think this retails for about $35, so that's like $1 per shade. And if you use a coupon, you can get more money off. If you buy this at Ulta, you can also use your points. And make sure if you have the Ulta app to check it. I was able to get a perfume that I have been interested in 20% off because Ulta dropped a 20% off coupon in the app. And in any case, if you're able to get this with a coupon plus points, this makes this like totally worth it. And you have like so many options with this palette. So this is one that I think is like perfect for fall palette. But just here's a sample of some of the shades. As you can see, like they're really beautifully pigmented, high impact. I find that they perform really well in the eyes as well. And a color story like this, I mean, maybe you wouldn't go with this combo, maybe you would, maybe you're really creative, but as you can see, these are really, really pretty shades. So I just like randomly swatched like 4 shades in the palette just to give you guys an idea of the pigmentation. So again, you can pick this one up at Ulta. If you're interested in it, I will be sure to link this and the other palettes that I'm sharing with you guys in the description box below. Keeping on theme with the big palettes, this is the Colourpop It's a Mood palette, and I really, really like this palette a lot. I really love the shade Fascination. This is just like such a beautiful burgundy color. We have It's a Rush. So you have like this really nice combination of like warm tones, jewel tones. If you're not a big fan of the glitters, there are 3 in here. But again, if you happen to catch this during a sale, I think it's well worth the price for the color story that you get. And also, if you missed out on the Kathleen Light's So Jaded palette that they came out with, I think that this is like really comparable to that if you like that color story. But I think the arrangement in here is a little bit more cohesive, but you've got some great options for fall going into the winter as well. Okay, so this is a big one. This is a big one. It's the BePerfect Cosmetics by Stacey Marie Antidote palette, and this one came out, I want to say last year sometime, but this is definitely going to be in rotation for me because this just screams fall. This just screams fall to me. You have like this, you know, warm orangey tone side, and then you have this like green side as well, like the greens, and then you got like you have a little bit of brown in here, and so you have everything. Honestly, this palette would be almost everything you need for a complete look for the fall. And this definitely just screams fall vibes to me. And if it's a little bit overwhelming, you can do looks in quads, and you can do different combinations, and you can do columns. You can pick out like quads and come up with different looks. So I think of it as like a compilation of mini palettes congealed into like one giant palette. I have been trying not to get so many of these giant palettes, but when I saw this color story, I thought this is just so perfect, and I've seen a lot of artists doing some really beautiful looks with this. So this is one to keep in mind, and it does go on sale from time to time. So I would keep that in mind as well. I do believe it's still available. I will link it in the description box for you guys. This is kind of like in its own category. So this is the Huda Beauty Wild Obsessions palette. This is the tiger one. I don't really hear a lot of people talking about this as much, but this is like become a favorite of mine. And this is one that I definitely want to use more this fall. And actually I would check the Huda website. I think there was a sale on these guys, and I would definitely check this out. And I think Cult Beauty might even have had this on sale. So if you catch this on sale, that's a bonus. But this one I think is like usually $29 or so. But I think that this is probably one of my favorite Huda palettes. 9 pans, not overwhelming like those big guys that I was showing you earlier. And as you can see, you have these like really beautiful like warm tones in here that are just like really complimentary for like those fall colors. And you do have a deeper brown in here, so if you wanted to just like have this be the palette that you use for the day, you have a shade to deepen up your look. You have some nice transition shades, and the shimmers here are really, really pretty. Just to give you guys an idea of the shades, so this shade here, it swatches kind of thinner, but like as you can see, it has this like really pretty pink iridescent shift. And I love shades like this for the inner corner, like, you know, and these are really, really pretty. I love the look that I've created with this in the past. And yeah, this is definitely one to pull out for the fall if you have it or you've been thinking about getting it. I wanted to discuss the next category that I decided to pull out some palettes for. This is the, I wanted to talk to you guys about some of like the indie options that are out there that I think are like really good fall palettes. So I have the Blend Bunny Cosmetics, the Dollhouse palette, and the Surge palette. And I like these for different reasons, and I have them in rotation, or I would like to be using them more, so I pulled these out. Now I have done a couple of looks with the greens in this palette, but as you can see, she's still a little fresh. But what I love about this for fall that I'm looking forward to is like these deeper shades here in the center row. And as you can see, it's kind of like this really cool gradient. I really like the arrangement here. Obviously, like you've got like this neon row here, but you have like, if you look at these like middle 3 rows, I think there's a lot of good potential for some fall toned looks. And so I'm really excited to have this one in rotation and create some more looks with that. And then the Dollhouse is a little bit like Surge's like neutral sister. It's a little more muted, a little more toned down, still impactful. That doesn't take away from the impactfulness of the palette. But as you can see, like you have like these more romantic shades that are going to be, I think, really nice for fall looks. So I haven't really had a chance to do much more than like swatch this one, but this is like on my rotation for this upcoming fall season, and I think it's a really beautiful palette. This palette I'm excited to talk about. I hope it's still in stock by the time I post this video. I'm going to try and get this one up because this is from Menagerie Cosmetics, and if you aren't familiar with Menagerie Cosmetics, it is an indie brand. I purchased this palette. I have received products from the brand in PR in the past, but this was one that I purchased because look at these purples, okay? I mean, I think you can wear purple any time of year, but I think so many fall looks look so nice with like a purple touch. And as someone with brown eyes, I love purple eyeshadows, and these are just absolutely stunning. The mattes blend really beautifully. The shimmers are fantastic. Without swatching all of the shades, just to give you a little sample, like look at these. These are really, really stunning. Really, really beautiful shades. I'm a really big fan of this one. I have a look that I posted to Instagram a while ago, which if you're not following me there, please do so. But this is just a really good quality palette, and I'm such a sucker for purple shadows, but like this is honestly one of the best purple eyeshadow palettes in my opinion that you can find on the market, because not everyone formulates purples in a way where they apply as smoothly and pigmented and not patchy. So I think Menagerie did an excellent job with this palette. If it's in stock, I think it's totally worth snagging it. Okay, moving on into like the more luxurious realm, I wanted to talk to you guys about one of my favorite little palettes. It packs a punch, small but mighty, the Viseart Dark Edit palette. And this palette is small, but it has 12 really stunning shades. And there is there's like the original one that's like the traditional 12 pan size palette. But one of the things that I thought was a great idea for Viseart to do was to take some of their Hallmark palettes and just shrink it down a little bit, make it a little bit more affordable for the general makeup consumer, because a lot of their products traditionally have been geared towards makeup artists. So for them to put it in such a like friendly format, there's like a mirror here. These travel really well. I have taken these palettes with me, but this one's coming out for fall looks. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Colourpop's Good Sport, but that's been discontinued. I'm kind of sad about that. But this is like an elevated Good Sport. It is in travel friendly packaging, and the color story is like really stunning. And yeah, I highly recommend checking this one out. I'm excited to have this one back in rotation for the fall. This is the Mothership Midnight Sun. Midnight Sun. Now hear me out. Look at these shades for fall. And this is actually what I have on my eyes today. I'm looking on the website right now, actually on Pat McGrath's website right now. This is on sale for $77. It usually retails for $129. We know how Mother Pat does with the 10 pan palette. That is a steal. This is an excellent palette. In my opinion, this is one of the color stories that probably doesn't get enough attention. Or how do I want to say that? Yeah, I don't know that this color story gets as much love, but it is so beautiful. And all I really did was I took this shade Blood Moon right here, just like on the lid with the deeper shades here. I used a little bit of Taboo, a little touch of, and a touch of Extreme Dusk and Blood Moon, and then like a little bit of Jubilee and Astral Solstice in the inner corner. But anyway, very easy look. I like the fact that just with one or two shades, you have a very stunning look. You have something statement that you could do. Yeah, the shade Blood Moon 005 is like it for me. Like that's the one that I gravitate towards. You can tell I've been digging in here, but this is such a beautiful palette for fall, and I'm tickled pink to see that it's actually on sale. So if you can snag this one and you've been looking at it, girl, go get it. I have two more palettes to talk to you guys about, and they are both from Natasha Denona. So we have the Metropolis palette, which I think says it was limited edition, but I keep seeing it on Natasha's site. So I'm on the Natasha site just to confirm you actually can still pick this up, but I think this is such a beautiful palette for fall. I haven't used mine nearly enough, which is why I have been pulling it out, or that's why I pulled it out for this video. It's a little bit of just self-motivation to like use what I have in my collection, because like look at these shades. You have these gorgeous like greens. We have a lot of kind of gold and bronzy tones here. Of course, this blue is really fun. And there is like a mini version of this that's really nice, but like this is one that I just really want to get more use out of. So I pulled it out because when I see this just evokes feelings of fall for me, just anything rusty. I live in Maryland, so we get seasons, and so, you know, this kind of reminds me of the trees changing color, and I just want to put that on my eyelids. I just want to replicate that feeling on my eyelids. If I have to experience colder weather, then in exchange I want fun eyeshadow colors because I'm not excited about fall. So this is kind of like a way to get me hyped up about the fact that summer is going away, even though it was entirely too hot. I don't know, like I'm not really a cold weather person, but that's neither here nor there. I think this is such a stunning palette. It is available on the Natasha Denona website as of the time of me filming this video. So if you've had your eye on this one and you want to like have this for fall, I've had good experiences with Natasha's shipping. I usually get my items very quickly. So yeah, this is one that I'm really excited to use this coming fall season. Okay, last but not least, we have Natasha's midi size palette. This is the bronze palette, and this is like one of my favorite palettes in my collection. Every look that I've created, I've been like really happy with. And yeah, I know it's kind of like, it's like a little monochromatic with like some dark, like a dark pop here, but I don't know, I call palettes like this dummy proof because it's really hard to mess up your look. And I have also used this palette to do friends makeup, and they've always loved how it looks. And so this is one that definitely is coming back out for the fall. Well, one of the things that's really nice about this palette is it's versatile because it really is like a summer and a fall palette in my opinion. So you get those like summery bronzy looks, but then you can also do like the rusty fall looks, if that makes sense. So yeah, this has a lot of versatility. So I have taken this on trips with me to a beach, and I will also be using it this fall when it cools down. This is just such a great palette, and it's in that midi price range. So this is $65, which I think is such a great deal for the quality of the shadows that you get. And this, I think this has to be like one of the cult favorites from the brand. It's just such a great palette. I'm really excited to put this back into rotation for the fall. Okay, my friends, that is it for this video. I just wanted to pull some things out of my collection and, you know, kind of get those fall makeup vibes going and, you know, kind of ignite my imagination and hopefully your imagination as far as some looks that you might want to create, and just really encourage you as well as myself to see what I already have. You know, I have some things in cart that I have no business putting in a cart because I am well stocked, and I have some great things that I need to use going into the fall that I'm really excited about. So hopefully that did the same for you. You're excited about the fall. You know, I'm not necessarily excited about the weather getting colder, but I am really excited about the makeup and the fashion that comes with fall weather here where I live. So yes, anything to just keep my spirits lifted, and hopefully yours too. So thank you so much for watching this video today. If you could go ahead and like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend it watching me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.